What's good, y'all? You know who it is. It's your boy, Big Tank Hank, coming at you with another Friday night live stream. Got something for you tonight. I got something for you. I got a homeboy on here, straight out of Texas. Straight out of Texas. You know, we keep fish just a little different. You know what I'm saying? Everything is bigger in Texas. Sometimes it's your fish, sometimes it's your fish tank. But hey, I got Rocco's Fish Room in the house. Y'all give him a little old round of applause and bring him up. Rocco.
How y'all doing? Straight out of Texas, baby. What's up?
What's good? What's
Good to see
good? Texas
everybody.
Fish Gangster.
That's right, man.
See who
We got
all
the
we got
Texas
in
Fish
first.
Keeping Militia.
In the house, in the house. Monster Fish Gal, Miss Lori, what's going on? R to the B. What's happening, bro? What's happening? Ricky De Hoyos, how do? Welcome in. Jess, Main Tails, Fur and Fins. Thank you, ma'am, for being in the house.
Right on, right
All
on.
right. So, Mr. Rocco, let them know a little bit about you.
Well,
For those that don't know you.
for those that don't know me, well, I tell you what. Um, I was born a poor Italian kid back around Chicago area. No, for real. I grew up in a small town in Illinois. Probably about 45 minutes west of Chicago, right on the Mississippi River. So the water and fish has always been a part of my life, always. And I had the Rock River right behind my house, practically. So it was a daily thing for me to be fishing or, just enjoying nature and getting involved with aquatic life. Period. And then I'd say probably, I give it probably 7, 8 years old. My dad got me my first fish tank, and it was cool. I mean, I got to have some where the glass catfish. I had a glass catfish, and I had some swordtails and guppies and stuff like that. Elizabeth says she's from Elgin and Rockford. Oh, way cool, way cool. So you know right where I'm from then, Rock Falls. But yeah, so I mean, I've been involved with fish keeping, pretty much my whole life. Off and on, because after high school, I had fish tanks all the way up through grade school, high school, um, and part of my civilian life before I joined the army, I had some fish tanks, and then probably, oh Lord, probably about 6 or 7 years I went without a fish tank when I got stationed at Fort Gordon, Georgia. How you doing, Miss Susan? Lonnie, how are you? When I got stationed at Fort Gordon in was it '98, I ended up getting another tank, and I ended up getting a was it a 75 or 65? Either or. I had Oscars in there, and then off and on, I had fish all throughout. I left Fort Gordon, went to Korea, came back, went to Fort Stewart, and I had quite a few fish tanks when I was stationed at Fort Stewart. I'm just glad housing didn't find out because they probably would have threw me out. I had quite a few tanks,
Right?
but and then I got out. I got out of the army, and I started getting back into the reptile thing again, and just something didn't feel right. So I sold all my snakes and got back into fish pretty hardcore at that point, and I've been doing it ever since. So probably what 2008, 7, yeah, about 2007. I started getting really hardcore into it again, and then I ended up moving to Texas, and the rest is history. Y'all are stuck with me now. because I'm not leaving Texas.
Hey man, me neither. Me neither. I was born and raised here though.
Oh, right on, right on.
Hey, Texas was made, the size it was, so everybody can leave the other states and come here.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I mean,
But what you
I
mean
grew up.
it didn't feel right on your fish?
I'm sorry.
I mean on the snake. On the snake. What didn't feel right? What
No,
you
I
mean?
mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love reptiles. I still love reptiles. I think they're awesome pets, right? But you know, my dad passed away in '97, and he was always real passionate about keeping fish. He loved keeping fish, and yeah, I just feel like I owe it to my dad, kind of thing. He couldn't stand snakes, man. he could. He even see a gardener snake. He's getting a lawnmower trying to run him over, but but he's always had fish, and it just kind of keeps his vibe, and I don't know, it kind of keeps me in touch with pops.
Right, right.
So that's pretty much why I stay in the fish thing.
Gotcha.
I really dig it though. And I tell you what, man, since I've been on YouTube, and I thought I was pretty experienced and I thought I knew quite a bit. Man, every time I click on this thing, I'm learning something, and it's just awesome, man. So I appreciate all you guys in chat that have taught me something. You guys are the best. Appreciate
Most definitely. It continues to grow and evolve and man,
you.
yeah, most definitely. What we
It's
think we
amazing.
know,
Exactly.
like
Exactly.
the difference between hey, I can keep them alive or
Yeah.
I can help them thrive.
That's it. There's a difference.
And understanding the difference of that goldfish that I may have had in a bowl for 2 years. It's like, man, 2 years you had him in a bowl. He was alive, but he wasn't thriving.
But he wasn't feeling great though, let me tell you. So I always tell people, and it's funny too, because I go to my LFS, and it's like maybe 4 blocks from me. And every time I walk in, if there's people over in the fish section, there's a couple guys that they'll see, like the employees will look up, they'll see me, and they're like, "Come here, come here, come here," and they're trying to, well, hey, just can you help me out with this and tell them with this and tell them that and da 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 da. I got this. Don't worry about it. And next thing you know, I'm upselling people, and they're walking out. Well, I just came in for 1 fish, and now I'm leaving with 20. Like, I think I should get a discount when I come in here, guys. Do I get my
Real.
own name tag too? I mean,
Park
but
his
yeah,
face.
I've gotten emails from people. It's like, hey, my beta fish is this, and my beta fish is that, and then, I always go in and see if I can find one. I always go in and I always drop off a couple of these. Every time I go in, I drop off a couple of these, and I always take some of these too. Take some of these little stickers. That's the last one I got too. And then these big mama jambas. I take it in for the kids too. I think the kids, to me, and I'll preach it day in, day out. I think kids are going to be the saving grace of our hobby. Because
Yep. Yep.
there's not a lot of kids involved in it. And I think the more that we get our kids involved in it and teach our kids and show them how to appreciate it, the lot better our hobby's going to turn out in the long run. Bateson, how you doing, buddy?
And
Melvin.
and get them involved as early as possible.
Exactly.
Because kids today they're not the same type of kids as we were.
Exactly.
You got to start them off when they're still ready to be regular kids. Before the other stuff.
Right.
Before
So
the
they
other
start
stuff
picking up
starts seeping on.
bad habits.
Real. Basin Genetics. Daniel Velez, Melvin, Susan of SLC Aquatics, Fish Mom, Elizabeth, Florida Fish Rescue. Hello, hello, hello. Thank y'all for coming in and visiting with us. J Rock does stuff. What's happening?
What's up, fellas? But no, that's
Okay.
why we were talking about kids. That's why my girl and I have been talking, and we're doing the whole sponsor the classroom thing, and yada yada yada. We're almost there. We're like this close. We're this close. But not only that, but we're going to try to get with our school district here
Geek
and
boy.
see if we can't get a uh, a grade school aquarium club going. You know, and
Okay.
and if we do that, then the state will give her some money,
Patty.
and we can buy. I told her it'd be really cool if we could just get like maybe 3 or 4 like the little 10-gallon aquarium kits. And then at the end of the year, whoever participated the most and did all these things, and then get little points and stuff like that to be in this aquarium club, we can give them a 10-gallon tank at the end of the year. And then take like some of the
Okay.
fish that we
Okay.
have, we can give them some fish at the end of the year too.
Well, that sounds real cool. I wish somebody was doing that for me
Man, I
back
wish they
then.
would have done that from
Hey,
when
they
I was
can
a
do it for
kid.
me now, actually. But yeah, when I was a kid, definitely.
Right?
Lonnie, what's going on? Patty, Petite Tanks,
Miss
welcome
Patty.
in.
Texas
Yeah, the
men's.
Texas men folks is in the
I
house.
got bit. I went outside earlier. They got bit my legs real bad.
Ants.
Them dang mosquitoes.
Oh, the mosquitoes.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, everything's big in Texas, man. I had to fight them off. I had to walk out with my AR.
Don't even don't even talk about it. And then you have you have town. Hey, everybody that's listening, I'm gonna enlighten you on something that you may not know is a real thing. You have in town mosquitoes, and you have you have out in the woods mosquitoes.
That's right, country skeeters.
The in town. I mean, you can still be a small town, but the in town around buildings and businesses, they're small mosquitoes. Still eat you alive, but they're little speckled, little black and white mosquitoes.
Right?
Buzzing around you. Oh my God! Look. Then when you go out, dirt road, more trees, the mosquitoes, the mosquitoes triple in size.
Right, they're
Oh,
like pterodactyls and
there's,
stuff, man.
there's no fighting them. They just fly right to you and
Yep,
land on you. The
yep.
little one might dance with you a little bit. That big one just flies right to
Yeah,
you and
right
get on
at
you and
you.
start biting. And it itches immediately.
They'll
Yeah,
put
it's
lumps
it's
on you,
crazy.
not little tiny bumps. I'm talking
Oh,
bumps, big around like
yes, it
that.
is. It's a
I can
whole
feel them on my leg
experience.
already.
Yes, what's going on? Yes, it's a whole experience.
They're definitely
Hey,
built different.
what kind of tanks you got?
What kind of tanks do I got going on right now? Well, let's see. Well, I got my goldfish. Then I have a black orchid beta right over there. Then I got a jacked up beta right over there. He's I saved him at the pet store. They they had him in a little cup as always. And I was looking around with my son. We're looking and looking and looking, and he's like, "Oh, I love this beautiful red one." I was like, "I really dig that red one too, man. It's gorgeous." So I started to go up there and look, and I looked the cup right above him, and I seen this one that was like a silvery blue and maroon color. Right? He had big old Dumbo fins and everything. I was like, "Oh, he's pretty." And then he turned his head, and half his head was like caved in, and he had to like look like a little
What?
stone for an eyeball. Yeah, he's deformed. Right? So it's like, oh
And they
wow,
had him in the store.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
$23 for this little guy, right? So I was like, you know what? It'll be the best $23 I ever spent. Let me go ahead and pick this guy up. As otherwise, he's just gonna die. Nobody's gonna take care of him like they should because nobody's gonna want him. And I know the feeling. I'm adopted, so I know how that feels. So I'm like, come on, Fishy, you're going home with me. So I took him home and I feed him every day by hand. Then let's see, I got 4 Oscars altogether. I got 2 red Oscars. I got 2 tigers. Um, I got a bunch of guppies, flower horns, and I got a tank full of barbs and tetras and a bunch of bristlenose babies. I just had another clutch of eggs. And then let's see, what else I got up there? I got some Grommies, convict shrimp. I got some cherry shrimp, and I got some carbons, and I got some blue dreams, and what they call it, they call it jelly, blue jelly, or something like that. I got some of those,
Oh,
and some angel fish, and what else? Oh, then I got my yellow tiger endlers, and I got all kinds of plecos though, man. I got all kinds of plecos, all kinds of bristle nose, and some clown plecos. What is it? The one is it 129? Like the false tiger pleco. I think it's what it's the 129. And then my green phantom. I have a green phantom pleco too.
I don't know any of those Pleco numbers.
I know a few of them. I see something that I like and I remember it. I was like, that's the one I like. I remember that one. The L66. I remember.
Hey, remember what we was talking about earlier?
Oh yeah. You put them back.
Yeah, they yeah, they shut down on me, man.
Right on,
They
right
didn't
on.
like it too much.
That's why I got two pairs, man. I got two pairs right here. Two pair. My
Gotcha.
little Dre Beats.
And I got screen problems. Why am I jumping in and out? Stephen P. To look for no
2003.
tomatoes.
Isn't Stephen P in Texas too? Why do I feel like he's in Texas since he was at Moody Gardens? He's a
Uh,
Texas fella too, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so myself. But Stephen P. Come to let us know. At what point you were upside down? I was upside down. Yeah, I'm having all kinds of things
I
going on
saw it
over
too.
there.
Oh, way
I
cool,
was just
Jess.
trying to.
Can't wait to hear
I was trying to push through like nothing was going on. I popped back on the screen like I wasn't
it.
gone.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my goodness!
That is good stuff, man. God, I love that stuff.
Compilation video.
The compilation video. Holy cow. Miss Patty's over here singing.
Upside down, boy, you turn me.
He's in
Inside
Louisiana with
out,
me and you can't have him.
right around. No smoke, just no smoke.
Look out
Oh,
now.
most definitely. So Rocco, what on the fish side, man? What is your uh ultimate goal? Are you just want to rock as a hobbyist? Do you have a
Man,
you a sell fish storefront?
I don't think I'd ever do a storefront unless I ran into like an incredibly large sum of money, you know, then I would do a storefront. I really would. But I think right now, I think, my long term vision or my long term goal, um, I really just, I just really want to enjoy um being a hobbyist, and if I can sell some fish on the side, great, man. I will never. I tell you what, if I know somebody will take care of them, and they really do give a crap about what they're doing, I probably won't even charge them for a fish. Here, just pay for the shipping, and here you go. Or okay, what's the going rate? Okay, cut it in half, and that's what you can have them for. And you know, I'm not trying to
Right.
get rich off it. I really just want to have fun with it, and get more people to have fun with it, and just enjoy it. That's the key, man. It's not about making a boatload of money. It's about having fun and meeting new people and making new friends and enjoying our hobby.
Most definitely, most definitely. Fish Tropics is in the house.
The
Rocco's
shank
water
and
fishing.
Rocco's fish. Too funny. Too funny. What's up, man? What's up?
Oh,
Too funny. But
ooh.
yeah, I mean that's I think, I mean, honestly, man, I just think that, if we would all just kind of, and don't get me wrong, if you want to have fun and make money at the same time, that's great. But for me, I don't have that split brain where I can do both at the same time. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah.
I'd much rather have fun. I'm not that smart, man.
And I don't know how. Look, I don't know how that's possible either. So I guess I'm in the I'm in the same boat. I don't
I'm
either.
too dang old, man.
Hey,
It's hard to remember all that stuff.
I used to raise pit bull terriers once
Oh
upon a
wow.
time, and now, of course, most of the time, starting off, I bought them, from people, but I was in the
Sure.
game so long that people would just, hey, I got a litter puppy, and they just give me puppies because I was known for just giving people puppies. Like, you don't have a pit bull in your backyard,
Here you go.
and they were like, man,
Right
how much you? I'm like, nah.
there. Mm-hmm.
Only people I would sell to and make some money off of would be somebody that kind of approached me in the wrong manner, or
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
look, and then it was all
Oh, I'm
business,
tracking.
and they wouldn't have no idea that I didn't normally sell them. Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good one right there, man. That'd be about 300. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
And then this person come later on is like,
Here you go. Enjoy your new puppy. Right. I had one. I had a pit bull right after I got out of the army, and I was living in South Carolina, and I had one. It was a brindle, and there wasn't a lick of white hair on that dog. All brindle. He was so cool. I named him Capone. He's just the coolest dog, man. I missed him.
Bigfoot fish tanks. Most
What up? What
definitely.
up? What up?
Hey, everybody in the chat right now, the email is the big tank hank at Google, well, Gmail. And I want y'all, if you hadn't been on, hit my email. My ambition, if you have a channel and you're making videos, that must mean you want people to see you. Hit me because I want to bring everybody up. What happens is people fall through the cracks on me, or YouTube unsubs you from them,
Very, 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 very true.
and then somehow the algorithm shoots one of the videos back at you, and then you watch it, and then you see the red. You're like, wait a
Yeah.
minute, why? Why in the world is?
Yep.
Hey,
Happens a lot. Happens a lot.
we on a hater platform, and I'm not gonna get too deep. I'm not gonna go too deep on it because
Right. Right.
it's personal. It's personal right now, but I'm gonna leave it alone. I ain't gonna make no enemies.
Right on. Right on. I'm tracking.
Ooh, but yes, the big tank hank at gmail.com. Hit me up so I can schedule you. Somebody asked me, see, I have my schedule sometimes goes a month and a half out.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing always when I talk to people, I say tentatively, here's a date. And for the most part, we rock like that. It rolls. They ready. I remind them. It's only because there's so many people out there.
Right.
It's not like there's only you and me, because I have some people I'll ask, hey man, hey, you want to be on soon? And then I tell them a date, and then they're like, oh man, hey, I don't know what I got to do. But yes,
Yeah.
I feel
Exactly.
you. Look, I feel you. I wasn't taking you for granted or anything, but
Right.
that's just where the next opening is.
Well, when you're busy, you're busy. I mean, and that's just, I'm telling you what, in Hollywood, I'm pretty sure, you know, they got this guy's agent and this guy's agent, and then this and this and that. I'm sure all that process takes a long time. So just a couple of weeks or a month, I don't see that's a big deal.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, we're not Hollywood, folks. This is YouTube.
most definitely, most definitely. I'm about the long distance hug, the embrace. I want to
Right
get
on, man.
everybody up here. I want to get everybody up here. That's what I'm trying to do. So that means if I
That's
think
absolutely,
about you, I
man.
better say something to you right now. You know,
Down
most
like 4
definitely,
flat tires, baby.
most definitely. Because Rocko had been literally slipping through the cracks on me mentally because I would see him too much.
Right
Not
on,
too
right
much in a
on.
bad way. Yeah, not too much in a bad way. I was just always seeing him. So, you know, I wasn't connecting. We talking, oh yeah, Texas, man. And I
Right
wasn't,
on.
and then I'm like, ow,
Let me get this joker.
yeah, let me get him on here.
Right on, right
Most
on.
definitely. It's
Now
all about
I
this
tell you what, I
fishing
was
love.
stoked when you asked me too. I was like, hell yeah, I'll do it. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
man, this hobby, man, has been so good to me. And just being who I am in regards to people before I even started doing this is pretty much still the same. So I know how important it is, you know, just for the I mean we're pack animals.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
look, yes, we're animals. For those who don't want to, accept that. We're pack animals, and I don't care what kind of um hermit or whatever you think you want to be, that works with a few people, but usually when you push yourself off away from everybody, there's some things that have went on that has hurt you and you're running. Look into try to find out what that is because we all need people. Yes,
That's right.
there's a lot of yucky people out there. I'm
Oh
here to
Lord,
tell
yeah.
you. I'm here to
Lord,
tell
yeah.
you. Yes, there's a lot of yucky people, but not everybody is yucky.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
You
not
just gotta
everybody.
weed out the bad ones, you know?
Yeah, not everybody. Just hang in there. Reach out. There's always somebody. Like I tell you, I'm gonna tell you I love you. I work in a prison, and for 7 years now, I've been doing this type of work since the mid '90s. But I've been working in a penal institution, prison style for 7 years.
Dude.
I've said I love you way more than once in the prison setting, and have
Yeah.
people now if I said it don't surprise nobody, but I'd have people looking, like, he say he love me.
What this guy just
Love.
say?
And I'm
You
like,
what?
yeah, you may not have heard that your whole life, or since you've been
That's a
locked
fact.
up, you haven't heard it at all since you've been in here. I'm here to tell you, I love you. You're breathing, you're walking around on this earth. I am a God-fearing individual.
Roger. Roger.
If you're not, I don't judge you. But just on my actions are predicated on me being a believer. So
Mhm.
if you're walking, talking, and breathing, and I can see you, somebody more important than me thought enough to give you another day.
That's a fact.
So I'm like, hey, I can still see you. How are you doing? What's going on?
Love you, bruh.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a
That's what I'm
fact that you're
saying.
right. Absolutely, 110%, man. 110%.
I don't care what happened yesterday. What you gonna do
That's the
today?
past. That's the past, man. You
Yeah,
can't
what you
change
gonna
the
do
past.
today? What you gonna do today?
Focus on the right now and make
RB.
the future better.
Most definitely, most definitely. Now, some of our generic questions that we ask as fish interviewers, but I really want to know the answer to. But I mean, we all have to ask them. What is your favorite fish?
Oh man, hands down, silver arowana.
Silver one, silver one.
Now, do I have space for it? No. Would I want one? Yes, very much so.
Hey, how often do you throw back to that new fish keeper mentality when you're at the LFS and you see the little silver arowana and you're like, well, I can put it in that 30.
I got a bathtub. I got a bathtub. I have 2 bathtubs in my
You
house.
know, I'll be able, I'll be able to upgrade by the time it gets big enough. You know.
Right. Been there, man. I've been there.
Ooh,
I tell you what, if anybody
man.
says they've never done it, they're lying.
I had, now, of course, this was some years ago. I had a 75 cube. I had a clown knife, Paku, Oscar
Wow.
in this.
Big fish.
And they each were about 12 inches long.
Oh yeah, like I said, that Paku got huge. I know that did.
Yeah, they were each, and I got rid of the Paku early because I just didn't like his attitude. You know, I just couldn't rock with the Paku. But them 3 big old fish like that in that tank, man, you know.
But it was cool looking though, wasn't it?
It was cool looking. It was cool looking. But I haven't done it since. But that don't mean it hadn't ran through my mind. You know what I'm saying? You know that.
Oh, I know. Trust me.
It's the love, man, for these fish, wanting them to be yours, and you looking at it in your tank.
Right.
That there is always what is the push. You know, and it's like, don't worry about the rest of it. You want it. Don't do it.
Buy the fish. Buy the fish.
Woo, don't do it.
You got that angel on this side saying, you know, your wifey's going to be pissed. Then you got the guy over here going, buy the fish. Buy the fish.
For real. For real, man.
Right on.
What is the biggest tank that you think you might get? I'm not going to go into the dream. I don't want to go into the dream.
Okay, now the biggest tank that I know for sure I'm going to end up buying a couple 75s. I know that already, hands down. I already know. But I really, really want some 125s. Really want 125s. That's like
GRB.
That's like my dream tank, really. I mean, but I know for sure I'll end up getting some 75s, but I really want a couple 125s. Because I would love to just have a tank full of big Oscars.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, GRB, yeah, Bear Monday do get big, man.
Bear Monday yesterday. Wow. Yeah, the Bear Monday is cool, man. 220 high stack double.
Stock double. Stack double.
Man. That would be bad. I'd love that. But I tell you what, I got that little 33 Lowboy, man, and I'm digging it. I can't wait to fill it up with endlers.
my dreams. See, I'm spiraling a little bit, which it happens, you know, in this fish hobby. It changes, you change.
Sure.
I'd like to say I'm maturing, and I'm getting a more mature taste in fish keeping. You know, I'm wanting to combine, you know, terra firma, and you know, I'm wanting to do all of these things. Cool. You know, would it be terrarium, paludarium, vivarium, you know, all these things. So
I know
the Lowboys now. See, my 20 long is rimless. I have another one on this side that I took the rims off of them. I have one up there that I want to do, but it's fish in it. I did it. First of all, we know the 20 long footprint. It's not a low boy, but you see the road, the direction that I was going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get there, man. I wanna get as many low boys as possible, and I want to have naturalistic, you know, plants and hardscape like I have in these, you know, but sit up a little high, maybe, where you're still looking into the side of it,
right?
But you still have a downward angle, and you're taking up all of this space,
right?
Kind of like if you're going to, let's say, you have this big lake in your hometown that you know is a tourist spot per se. Right. You're coming down the hill. You see how I'm painting this picture? You done parked up over there, and you have to walk down the hill to the actual bank.
Right.
Halfway down, you're at this angle, where you're looking out across, and you see got trees up here sticking out, and you got this and you got that. See, I want that look, but in a smaller, you know,
Right.
in my
Right
house,
on.
I want to own that look, you know. Yeah, I'm trying. Even like
Way
something
cool.
small as I see some. I saw a 5 gallon that I thought was bigger. I mean, it was custom made. It was probably like that tall, and I'm
What?
like what is it? It was like a
That's
5 gallon.
cool,
Five
man.
gallon. Size of a 5 gallon. Yeah, no, it's only a 5 gallon. It's just the footprint
A
was
low boy,
more. So
yeah.
they
That's
yeah.
way
I'm like,
cool, man.
man. And I have a friend who builds tanks, man. Like, every now and then I'll throw some measurements at him. Hey, you think you can make this? He was like, yeah, buy the glass, $50. You know, if you buy the
Wow.
glass, I'll build it for $50. Whatever size. I'm like,
Don't tempt me.
I'm
Don't tempt me.
gonna have them everywhere. House plants in them. I'm gonna have everywhere.
Right? Well, you know what? I'll show you. See if I can get this to run around here. Now, granted, there's not really a whole lot in it yet because I just put it together. That's the low boy right there, the 33.
Okay, man. Yeah, I can imagine some things.
Man, and it's a lot of fun just to sit there putting it. I put it all together, and then oh crap, I put it all together, and then the guppies that Maria Z sent. They're for all the fish that are in that tank right now are the school's project thing that we're doing, sponsor the school thing, whatever. So those are all because I had them in a tub, and they just wasn't getting the proper filtration. And I just wasn't happy with it. So I said, you know what? I'll just set it up, throw them in there. I got extra filters. I got all the extra stuff of my own. I'll throw it in there, let them thrive in there until we get the tank over there set up, and then I can just take them out and put them over there. But now that I'm looking at it, it's like, man, I really do dig that. Maybe I should go ahead and try to find me a few more of those and get another one of like those husky racks that I had, but just wide enough to fit that particular tank, and put 3 or 4 of them like that.
Gotcha. Most
I think it'd
definitely.
just be cool. I love that tank, man. And ever since cause my dad wanted one when I was a kid, and he just never could find one that he liked or he felt was a good price or whatever. So finally found one, Pop. I only paid $50 for it.
Oh man.
Yeah, and that tank's usually right. The ones that I've seen are about 120. I think that the highest priced one I think was $142, and I got it for $50. I mean, it's old. Don't get me wrong, it's old. It needs a little help here and there, but $50, man.
I'm not
I am
tripping.
not complaining.
Yeah, I'm not tripping on that because I'm not a my fish tanks aquatics was going on. I'm not a I mean, I guess this is not really true what I'm about to say in its essence. In its essence, meaning I'm not a show tank guy,
Right.
but what I like and put together right would still be a show tank.
Sure.
That
Sure.
makes
That makes
that
sense.
makes sense. I mean, you know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? I'm not the hey, boom, I put this up, guys. Hey, check it out. It's beautiful, it's immaculate. I'm not that guy,
Right.
but I'll show you. Talking about a low boy. Now, imagine like that wood and stuff sticking out the water a little bit, the
Right. Right.
rocks, you know.
I love bamboo though. That's awesome. Love bamboo.
See. Oh, look, this tank is putting in double duty today. It's holding lights and everything, but
Hey, you're not the only one that does that. Trust me. Oh wow, cool.
like man, I love that like rustic, rough,
Yeah, yeah.
look, Amazon, you know, if I get close enough to the tank, I'm in there with them,
Right,
I'm
right.
I'm I'm snorkeling, hey, that's what I like,
Yeah.
man. Get away,
Yep. And that's exactly, you know, and that's what I was telling everybody the other day too about that sponsor the classroom thing. Because a lot of these kids are coming in and they're upset, they're embarrassed because they don't know something. Their classmates might have picked on them. They go see her, my girl, to get caught back up or get some redirection or whatever. And they come in and they see that aquarium. It's just like us when we get upset. What do? Go to our fish room.
Yep.
Woosah. And it's the same thing for kids, man. It just
Yep.
kind of redirects their attention into something else that's better for them instead of anger. So
Most definitely.
I
And
do
it
it all
works
the time, man.
so well. I mean, we have a little dog, but I've had dogs for the majority of my life, and I've never been the dog hopping up on me guy. I mean, my wife and kids, our little dog, we've had him, man, 13, 14 years or something.
Aw.
I even named him Teeny, little Yorkshire Terrier. And we have Teeny and I have this understanding. I actually love him, but it's like when I'm at the front door coming in from work, he's gonna let everybody know I'm there. He's gonna come to the edge of the linoleum and like, hey, all right, guy, follow me to the room. That's where your wife is. And if I'm not moving fast enough, he comes back and he's like,
look, come
on. I follow him in there. He goes to his side of the room and get in
funny.
the chair. I mean, and we never have we don't have that type of interaction. We don't.
Yeah.
If my wife is not feeling good, something like that goes on, I'll take him out to use the restroom, all of that. I give him his pills. When it's time for his pills, I give him his pills. But yeah, we're real cool, but I've never been. But the fish, hey man,
that's a different story. Wow. Yeah.
Yes, that's a whole situation for me right there. And that's been, I had fish longer than I had dogs, and the dogs, that was a whole situation. I wanted business and I liked them. The fish, it was never business. Never business. I was that little kid out there in the creeks, like catching everything. I had dragonfly nymphs before I knew what they would do.
Else. Yeah, man. Yeah,
those
man.
Little
that's
water
cool.
Scorpions. Skipper, where you been, man? Most definitely, man. Most definitely.
What's up?
And that's crazy though. I sit and think about the dogs. I've had a lot of dogs. I mean, I had a reputation that was like, man, that's the guy. I got, for God's sake, dog. Oh, you can't really see it. Dog tattoos. I got dog tattoos everywhere. But we've just never been the,
lovey-dovey.
One. I had one. And you know what? See, to anybody here that knows what cathartic and catharsis is, while I was sitting there talking, I was figuring out why I am the way I am when it comes to dogs. I had one that I was lovey-dovey like that with. No, two. When I was a little bitty boy, we had this little mutt that came up to the house and we were taking care of. Yeah. And she lived I was in like the fourth grade all the way to my senior year. No, I had been out of high school a year. We had ended up putting her to sleep. Then I ended up, my first bulldog breed, it was a half American Bulldog, half Pit Bull Terrier. Little puppy. It used to sleep in the bed with me. I'd get up like 3 o'clock in the morning, outside like this.
Let him do a business.
Let him, run around.
Right.
Then we go back in. My little room in the back of the house, and he would never cross the doorway. He would stay in the room. He knew not to come out. And he ended up dying, heat stroke. My neighbor, I was at work. My neighbor like kind of watched him die, and then explained to me what happened when I got home. I'm like,
you couldn't give him some water. You couldn't cover him up something.
You saw he knocked the bucket over. You saw that he got wrapped up. You didn't do anything. So from that point on, I still liked them. I just didn't allow myself to get attached
to an animal like that again. Yep.
Yeah, and you see how that happens, people. That's therapy.
Oh yeah.
I just had therapy. Just had therapy right here with these fish around me and talking.
Brought to you by Dr. Rock.
Hey, most definitely, man. And again, talking about meeting people, finding friends in this hobby,
Mm,
you know, and how important it can be and the things that it does for you. You know,
absolutely.
how many years have I never even thought about why I'm like that with this little dog? We done had 12 years, you know, and I had no idea why, you
Mm,
know, mine and his relationship was like that. Come from, you know, past trauma.
hell yeah, hell yeah.
Hey,
If something ever
everybody in
happened to
here,
my dog,
everybody needs
I'd
therapy.
die. I'd die if something happened to my dog. I ain't gonna lie. I'd freak out. I've been attached to my dogs. Now I've had countless hunting dogs. I used to raise Treeing Walker coonhounds. I used to
Okay.
competition coon hunt, and I sold quite a few of my dogs down in Paducah, but Paducah, Kentucky, and sold a boatload in Illinois. But and then I had my yellow lab. That dog I loved a lot. That was my duck hunting dog. Man, I'm here to tell you. And I bought him, raised him up to about a year old, then I ran off to basic training. I called my folks like towards the end of basic training, like the last 3 or 4 days. They give you liberties, and you can back then. Now they let you have your cell phone and everything else. Now it's not even the real army anymore. But
Nothing is real anymore.
right. So I called my folks up, and I was like, "Hey, mom, how y'all doing?" And she's like, "Oh, we're doing great. We're doing great." And they were elderly. I mean, they were elderly when I went through basic and everything. And it's like, so hey, Pop's doing all right. Oh yeah, Dad's doing okay. Like that's awesome. How's Steel doing? Oh, we're doing okay. No, I said how's Steel because his name was Steel. Like instead of Buckshot, it was Steel Shot. And I said, no, how's Steel doing? Well, we had to give him away because he's just getting too big. Like click. I, I don't care if y'all come to graduation or not. You got rid of my dog. Yeah, I was mad, man. I didn't talk right. I really didn't sit down and actually talk to my folks for probably 4 or 5 months, man. I was that
Yeah,
butthurt over that dog,
yeah.
And then I had countless dogs after that. But then I got this little dog, and this is the first little dog I've ever had. I had a beagle that I used to rabbit hunt with, but the first little dog I ever had, and man, something ever happened to Bandit, I don't know what I'd do. I think I'd lose my collective crap, man, for real.
Right? Yeah, cute little fella get up there and talk to you.
No, yeah, my little buddy.
I used to trip out on that. I was like, man, he actually gets up there.
He
Why
does
you up there
too.
talking to it?
Yeah, well,
What's
because
going
next
on?
door, the fence over there, there's a female poodle over there, right? Big old poodle, all pretty gray and everything, and the neighbor lady gets her all dolled up and little purple bows in her ears and all this stuff. She's out there prancing around, roof, 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 and Bandit's like, so I'm like, dude, you really got to go out again. You were just out there 10 minutes ago. He trying to get his groove on, man.
He said, I forgot something.
Right? Casual aquatics, what's
Casual
up?
aquatics. What's going on?
What up? What up? What up?
Yeah, man, the little
Damn, I'm telling
animals.
you what, these
Animals,
light bulbs are
animals.
getting brutal.
Hey, we're on opposite end of scales because I don't know if anybody noticed, but I'm over here almost blind, or at least it feels like it. Because I wear reading glasses, so all of this up close to me with the small writing, oh man,
Oh, you're
it's
through.
torturing me over here.
You're through.
I felt that, and look, on top of, I shouldn't speak on it because it didn't calm down, but the screen was going in and out, and then the headphones, and I couldn't see.
You
I was
just a
like,
hot mess
hey,
over there.
I'll just take all of it because it's tripping right now.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's my boy
Man.
right there. Right there. That guy right there, that's my boy right there. That's it.
Most definitely. Now for the new arrivals, Natural Aquarius, Chalupa. My email is thebigtankhank@gmail.com. If anybody wants to come on, email me. That's all you gotta do is email me. I'm not anybody. You know, there's some people, you know how YouTube goes. There's some people that they will put their idea of who you are and what you are doing onto you. Man, my channel is not big. I'm just a guy that likes to talk to people. I'm not a big time. I mean, you watch my streams. That's me every day. I'm sorry. That's
Right
just
on, brother.
this is who I am when I turn this camera off. So I just like to talk to people.
That's it,
That's
man.
what I like to do.
That's way cool.
And come
though,
up
man.
here and let people see you. Freaking fish lady in the house.
Right
Thank
on,
you,
right on.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Hey, y'all like, comment, and share. And
Right on.
subscribe if you haven't, actually.
Yeah,
Skipper,
man.
what's going on? Yeah, you right, Skipper. You did, didn't you? See, hey, it's so many of us on this platform that it's hard to see everybody. And sometimes you'll see somebody so often that you don't think about it either. You
It's a
know,
fact.
sometimes you don't think, because it still humbles me. It still humbles me. Sometimes you think a person may not even want to do, may not want to come up. It's like, well, I don't want to ask them. I don't know. They may not, they may say no,
Sure.
But yeah, just hit me up, y'all. Just hit me up.
Yeah, man. Email the man. I tell you what, man. And I'll be honest with you. I've spoke to Hank a few times. We've emailed back and forth a couple times in the past, and I really I didn't know Hank that well, but man, I tell you what. Before the show started, we got on here about 10 o'clock, and we just started talking. And I'm here to tell you, it was like I was talking to my best friend, like I've known him my whole life. So, you guys, if you haven't had the chance to have a one-on-one with this man, you are missing out. Definitely missing out. And I'm so proud to say that you're my friend, and thanks for having me. And it's been an amazing experience, man. It's just like I said, I feel like I've known you my whole life. It's
Hey,
awesome.
man, most definitely. Look, I don't take for granted how important it is to connect energies, connect spirits. You know, people speak of what's up, Jay Watts? There's something that's called soul ties that
That's a
people
real thing, man.
when they use that term though, it's always negative. They talking about women dating the wrong guy and
Right.
you
Right.
know, but it can be the other direction.
Exactly.
I believe in pouring out energy to people. Likewise, receiving energy from
Oh,
people.
absolutely. Absolutely.
I have a job. I have a job that in its essence, I hate it.
Right.
Hate it. Sitting in the parking lot getting ready to go in, and it's like, man, God, please. I'm praying every day. I know at some point in time you're gonna open the door on something else. But I know what I'm supposed to do there. So as soon as I walk in the doors and I start seeing the guys that I'm having to affect positive change in, you know,
Mm-hmm.
my energy starts to power. I start to power up just by seeing them, knowing that, hey, we're gonna go in here, we're gonna do this, we're gonna associate, we're gonna work together, we're gonna get this taken care of, and I feel good almost immediately.
Right.
But that parking lot left to my own thoughts. Oh
Right.
man.
Right. No, I get you, man. I get you. Because like I said, I did 18, little over 18 years in the Army. And man, there's been times where, especially being deployed, you know, I'll be laying there in that fart sack and I'm just like, man, what in the hell am I doing? Why am I here? you know. So you get up, reluctantly you're getting up. You don't want to do it. You're putting your boots on, uniform, everything on. And then you get out there, you walk out of that tent or you walk out of the barracks or whatever the case may be. And then you see all your buddies in your platoon or the guys in your section or some of your NCO buddies. And man, it's like, hey man, I can put all that negative energy away. I got all the positive vibes I need right here. And
Right.
it just like flicking a switch, man. It's just amazing how that works, man. I feel you, brother. I feel you.
Yes, Fish
Good
Tropics,
thing.
I do need a chiropractor.
You and me both, man.
I used to go quite a bit, man, and I moved to the big city, and I haven't gone to see one since I've been here. Yeah, I've
Right?
lifted weights. I've lifted weights to such a high level for so many years that I have chronic arthritis. I have herniated discs. I have hip, knee,
Welcome to the
Achilles.
club.
You know, I have all these issues, and just with my own, to my left of my own, but I've learned some things to do, like ways to pop my neck without, hey,
Without hurting yourself.
look, quick story. The day I was to marry my wife in 1999, I'm sitting on the couch and my neck was stiff. I pop it.
Oh,
It felt like I broke my neck. I couldn't raise my head up. I had a towel around my neck. I had to lift myself up with this towel.
dang,
And
man.
I asked, I said, was that a sign? Am I not supposed to marry?
What'd I do?
But I learned then, though, you know what I'm saying? And then from going to the chiropractor, when they snap you and pop you, you can feel what they're doing, even though without going to, I didn't read any books or take any classes, but, the way they align you, could, the elongating to get the bone off of bone, and then
Right.
I just understood what was going on. So elementary wise, I chiropracted myself, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
no, I need to, my insurance are covered, pretty good. So I need to take my tail on
Man.
somewhere and let somebody crack me down twice a month or so.
Because I tell you what, man, when I when I was stationed at Fort Gordon, I was sitting at a stoplight. There was a little red Honda in front of me, and I had a white Chevy Beretta, and behind me, out of nowhere, God only knows, this dude slammed into the back of my car doing 70 mile an hour. Never put the brakes on. I'm the car that stopped him. Right? That little Honda went flying out into the intersection. Long story short, my back, my neck, was just jacked. Jacked. The seat, how it's got 4 bolts to hold the seat on. 3 of them were pulled up out of the floor. Not completely out, but it buckled the car that much where the seat buckled up. And I went to a chiropractor right outside of Fort Gordon. And I'd say probably within 10 visits, man, I felt like I was a kid again. My back felt great. My neck felt great. Felt amazing. And then in PT, I got hit playing football. I got hit pretty hard and jacked me all up again. And I've been jacked ever since. But that chiropractor I found over there, because he would practice in the Fort Gordon area, and he would practice down at Fort Stewart area too. And when I got stationed at Fort Stewart, I found him again, and he hooked me up. Felt great, felt good. Got deployed. Hurt my back when I was in the desert trying to move a generator. Got stuck in the sand. I was trying to move a generator. Came back. I tried to look him up. He gave up his practice and became a cop. I'm like, are you kidding me? But that was
I don't know the trade-off.
Absolutely the best chiropractor I've ever had. The best. He's an old Italian guy. Amazing chiropractor. If I could find that guy again, boy, I'd
And I
have
can
to mug him.
I can remember years ago people calling chiropractors quacks and kooks, and until I went and I'm like, okay, I'm confused. I had no
Right.
idea then why they said it, but me going and getting, I'm like, okay, I don't. I'm really confused now as to how you're saying that. You repeating what somebody else is saying and haven't
Right.
experienced. Oh, I'm here to tell y'all when they got your back one way and then they put your hips the other way and then smash down on you and then
Whoa.
you're like, hey, wait a minute, okay. I
Was
get up off the
was it
table and it's
supposed to
like,
sound like that?
get up off the table. Oh, man,
Yeah.
was I asleep?
You
Oh
got a big
man.
old drool running down your
My God, I
Sorry.
had dozed off.
Been there too. They put you on that table thing, got the little roller things on it
With
that
the
rolls up
rollers.
and down.
Hey, now I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you my favorite. It's gonna sound a little crazy. The shock blanket. It's
The
a
shock
okay.
blanket.
You had a little electrodes you put on for the muscle
Yeah, yeah,
stem
yeah.
cell muscles. Okay, I have one. I have my own little bitty one that my wife got me for Christmas one year. Well,
Oh,
the chiropractor has like different size ones. Well, no, my fault.
right.
It's in combination. There's big electrodes, but then they put this blanket, this real heavy,
Yes.
warming
Yes.
blanket on it. And look, I'd be sitting out like this, and they say, "Well, tell me when to when to stop turning it up." And I never
No,
say
you good.
anything. No, Look, no, I wouldn't say anything. And they're like, "Is that it?" I'm like, "No, keep going. You good?" Because I am so, and
Yeah, yeah.
I have so much muscle mass that, oh man, that's off
They
the
gotta
hook to
really
me.
juice it up good. Yeah.
Hey, I don't care what it looks like to you. it's,
Exactly.
it's off
Does
the
it
hook
feel
to
good?
me.
Right. Right.
When I get off that table and it turns me loose, it's like, oh,
Yeah. We're green
all
now,
right,
baby. What?
I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I might need
Right.
somebody else to drive me though. I don't know if
I'm ready to go to sleep, man. Have you ever had dry needling done?
no. I've
Try
thought
it.
about it.
Try it. You won't be sorry, man. I'll be honest with you. Now, like I told you earlier, I had that motorcycle accident. I almost lost my right leg. I've had so far 4 surgeries putting my leg back together. Okay. So I've had a lot of pain in my leg, had a lot of pain in my leg. And this doc that my girl had went to for her torn rotator cuff, he recommended that she try dry needling for her shoulder. So she did a couple of things, and she said, "Wow, I can't believe it! It really does work." I was like, "Get out of here! That shit don't work for real." So I talked to the VA, and the VA said, "Yeah, you can go to him. Yeah, he's on our list. You can go see this guy." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Let me go check it out." So I go in there, start doing my physical therapy with this guy, and he starts, telling me about this dry needling thing. I was like, "Okay." So I said, "It's not like acupuncture," because that's kind of what I was envisioning. He said, "Oh no, it's not like acupuncture. These needles go all the way to your bones." I'm like, "What?" Yeah. So that needle, and that needle was, some of those needles were like this long. I mean, they were long, right? And they're in this little straw thing. He'd pop it in there, and then he'd just wiggle it back and forth like that, and then he'd feel it hit the bone and bring it back just a hair, right? And then he'd put like 7 or 8 of them in my leg. I think it was 7 or 8 of them in my leg, and then he would take electrodes and put them to these needles and crank it up. But I was like, whoa! And I'm here to tell you, man, the very first session I had, within 24 hours, I could walk normal without limping. After, I'd say, after the second or third, I think it was the third one, maybe fourth one even. I could jump, and I had no pain when I landed. I could almost like full on like a vertical, try to jump as high as I could vertical with no problem at all. So if you ever get the opportunity to try dry needling for like joint pain or something like that, because I know I got arthritis too from God knows how many different bike accidents and whatever, but definitely give it a shot because it worked great for me, and it's
And I wonder.
been 2 years since I've had it, and I'm almost pain free in my leg, almost.
Okay. J Rock, I have one. Trust me, I know what you're talking about. I have one. I wonder, is that dry needling more so like, let's say you get those certain knotted up areas or frozen areas, the actual needles just separates the muscle, or more like
Yeah,
tenderizes. It tenderizes those areas that have bound up almost to back to where it was as a
right.
normal function.
Yep.
Rather than like if you
Rock.
use a big needle, then it's like damage, you're destroying it. But the
Yeah,
small ones is just breaking it up just enough to where it's releasing it.
right. And the way he explained it to me, I thought, dude, are you like really trying to sell me this, or is this real? But he said what it does is like when you put like a tens unit, the little patch on you, you crank it up and it zap 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 zap. It's at a certain frequency. It's like he said it's what did he say? Is it five 500 megahertz and above is usually like 500 is like a really low, and it goes on up. But when they do the dry needling, it's only 4 megahertz, so it's like really low on the spectrum, right? And what it's supposed to do, it's supposed to trick your muscle and your brain into thinking this injury doesn't hurt anymore. I'm all healed up. I shouldn't be hurting anymore. And that's what it's supposed to do. And I'm telling you what, man, whatever it did, it worked for me. So I'm living proof, man. If you get a chance to try it for like joint pain, give it a shot, man.
Yeah, I need
Because
to
it
try
sure, it
all
sure
that.
beats the alternative.
Woo. And I'm just now getting back into lifting. My son and I, we kind of missed this weekend though, unfortunately. We might
Oh
go
man.
tomorrow. But we've gotten a few in. I mean, man, with the gyms closing and all that, I probably went almost a year not lifting any weights.
What? Push ups and
And
burpees, baby.
man, that was like for me, oh man, that was unheard of. I went so many years of not missing, four or
Right,
five
right.
days, 4 or 5 days in a row, miss one day, 4 or 5 more, miss one day, man. But yeah, I immediately felt it after about 2 days when I was starting to get that feeling
You
back,
need that high again. Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
hey, got me
I
some
used to
creatine.
when I was in Germany, I used to lift every day religiously 3 or 4 times a day. I'd go to the gym before PT, then I'd do PT, go to the gym after PT, run back to the house, do the 3 S's, run back to the formation before, and then right at lunchtime, because we had an hour and a half for lunch, and the gym was right by my house. So we'd go to the gym for 45 minutes, go eat, leave, go back to the work. After work, we go to my house, change, get out of our uniforms, get into some workout clothes, go back to the gym. Then my buddy would go back to was it called Worms, Germany, and I lived in Mannheim. So when he would leave, I'd go back in my fourth bedroom and I have my free weights back there, and I'd work out for another half hour, 45 minutes before I go take a shower and go back to bed.
Woo.
I loved it, man. It was like seriously, it was like a
Oh.
high, man. You know what I'm talking about? It's like a high. You're
Yeah,
just like, oh, I gotta have it.
yeah. Hey, the weight that I was working out with,
Oh,
you
way
wasn't
cool,
gonna do it
Skipper.
that often, man.
Well, I
We
mean,
couldn't
I was
get it
in
in that
Germany.
often.
I was in Germany.
Ooh,
What could I do? Because I was so
right.
used to racing motorcycles, hunting, fishing. I'm in a whole nother country, so I was either drinking beer or lifting weights. Iron City. So that's what we did.
Ooh.
I did get to meet a really cool guy in there one time. He would uh come on post because we weren't like it's not like the military bases are today where there's a guard at every gate. Back then it wasn't quite like that. It was kind of an open post corner sort of thing. But Mr. Mannheim or Mr. Mannheim, whatever you want to say, used to come to our gym and work out, and he was a crack up, man. Dude was a riot. He was a retired army, you know, and he stayed in Germany, and he, you know, was bodybuilding and doing competitions over there. But he would come to the gym there on post, and when he would come in, he would talk to a few people, you know, and he'd look around, see if anybody's watching, you know. If nobody was watching, he'd trying to, you know, liven the place up or whatever. He'd do handstands and walk around on his hands and talk to people, you know. Hey, how you doing? And walk around on his hands and be talking to you and like, the hell's that dude? First time I saw it, I didn't know what the hell to think. I was like, what the hell's that guy doing? Is this a clown factory now or what? But come to find out, it was Mr. Mannheim. Dude was a monster, man. A monster. But he was really cool, man. Really cool.
At least
Somebody get this guy a call.
Hands.
Man, I'm here to tell you, man, talking about getting energy. If you guys have not tried this stuff yet, you have got to try it. I know there's a few people that I talked to in the morning show that have tried it, but it's called Gamer Sups, okay? Like gamer supplements. This, and they got some awesome flavors, great flavors. This one is was it the Misfits melon, and it's kind of like the Gatorade stuff, man. Like the Gatorade cucumber melon stuff is amazing. I've had
how new is the company?
Oh, it's been around for a little while. It's been around.
Did it used to be Ghost?
Not that I'm aware of.
Because I'm looking at the artwork on it, and I know there's a company called Ghost that was around a few years ago. I'm like, man, that's looking an awful lot like Ghost.
Right.
I hope they got some, you know, some trademarking going on.
Right on. But I'd say what this is really cool about this stuff though. This little container makes 100 servings. Okay. It has nootropics in it, antioxidants, organic caffeine, and it's sugar free. So if you're diabetic, you have no problem taking this. And I'm here to tell you, it works.
Yeah, I need to find me some extra other than coffee type of energy. Well, we had hour and 12. See how I'm squinting? Hour and 12.
Time flies when you're having a good time, brother.
Ooh. All right, man. We need to get up out here so I can go eat.
I know Mama's probably waiting on me too. But
all right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. Thank you very much. You know, hey, it was a wonderful conversation because I love fish, but when you can be completely open and completely real and let the conversation flow as it does, man, you'd be surprised what you can get and what other people can get out of conversation. Y'all go love somebody and take care of those fish. We out.
Deuces, homie.